Coming to you from the back room of your parents' favorite porn store, it is Cursory Overload.
You're listening to Cursory Overload.
And we are in.
What up, everybody?
What's up, everybody? This is your friendly neighborhood foul-mouthed podcasters.
That's right, K-Dogg and Pato here. Drop your socks and grab Pato's cock. We're about to get cocked, locked, and ready to rock.
Okay. Wasn't ready for that one, but okay.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Here
Welcome.
we go. Grab his dick.
Hey, look, what is this? Hey. Oh,
Grab
okay.
grab his pee-pee.
Listen, you.
You behave.
Yeah, for now. Let's see. Welcome to another episode of Cursory Motherfucking Overload. And
What up?
Today, well, first of all, we want to thank you for tuning in because apparently everyone and their motherfucking dog has a podcast. I mean, the more I look into that podcast movement site over on Facebook, and I guess they're not just little guys. Apparently, even Kevin Smith and Mark Bernardin are involved in that type of stuff.
Yep.
So, yeah, we discovered that just about everyone and their fucking dog has a podcast. So you have options, and so thank you for being here. We appreciate that.
Yep. We love you. Love you.
Yep. So how you doing, man?
Oh, I'm doing. Got a sick kid at the house, and it's never a fun time.
Oh gosh, kid bugs.
Yep. The little one. Fucking fever. Hurling. Like, I'm going to do a podcast.
Alrighty. This whole adulting, parenting thing, I can't deal with it right now. I have to escape.
She says, the wife says, you're going to leave me like this for your podcast? I'm like, babe, it's work. I got to.
Yeah, it's work. Well, we're putting in work right now. We're hoping that someday it'll pay off. And
I ducked into the room, the podcasting layer, before the things that she was throwing at me hit me, and they hit the door instead.
Okay.
You can tell I run the show here.
Hey, reminds me of that. Remember, I might have told this story, Tales of the Guard Shack, unless we deleted that story. But I used to work with this guy. There was this couple, and dude was like 4'11", and the wife was like 6'3".
Jesus.
Yeah, they mixed match. I don't know. I guess love. You can't pick who you fall in love with, I guess. But bottom line is, I remember this. He would give us youngins because dude was in his 30s, and we were like 19, 20 at the time. So, unlike K-Dogg giving advice to some young kid, he would try to do the right thing and give us advice. Of course, he would say things too that would make us laugh because he would say, well, if she gets out of line, I hit her, and then he would say, then I get up again and I hit her again and I get up again and I hit her. And
hey,
he was,
I give really good advice. I just didn't like that kid. Let's be honest. That kid irritated the shit out of me.
Well, I don't know. He was just being funny, and it was like just the idea of picturing this 6'3", probably 260-pound woman knocking the shit out of this 4'11", probably 125-pound man. It was just
walloping the fuck out of him. Wow.
Basically, I hit her, then I get up again, and I hit her again, then I get up again. It was, I tell you, good times. The people you meet when you work in the security field.
Some of them are good.
Well, like I said, most of them are good people. I mean, yeah, you got your douchebags, but you know, you got to
You
take
know,
the
I
good with
just
the bad.
I guess everywhere I've worked, I've always found the ones that are, just kind of like this real big, huge, everyday dick measuring contest. It's like, hey, can't we all just get along so we can not do the job together equally?
Yeah.
I mean, if we all got along, we'd all not be able to, we'd be be having a lot more fun.
Yeah, but how some people are.
Right.
All right, so what do we got lined up today, sir?
Well, right off the top of my head, I got some notes here. Let me pull up my notey notepad. And it looks like our favorite department store, Wally World, is in some trouble. Yeah, so it turns out they were selling a sweater, Christmas, kind of an ugly sweater kind of thing.
Okay.
And it shows Santa Claus sitting at a table, and on the table were 3 white lines that I don't know how you can't mistake them for being 3 lines of Coke. And that's what everyone else saw, or at least enough people to make Walmart apologize and pull it off its shelf.
Seriously.
It looked like Santa Claus is just sitting down to do a couple of rails before hitting the old sleigh.
Well, I mean, if you remember, I don't know if you did you ever hear the Cheech and Chong Christmas story?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Obviously, how did he make his reindeer fly around the world so fast? Magic powder. Or what's it,
My magic
dust?
powder, man.
Yeah.
The magic dust.
Yeah, I'll play with that, dude. Like,
Yeah, I know him, man. I know him. Yeah, I guess it was an oversight somewhere along the line, and yeah, sure as shit. I mean, when you first look at it, you're kind of like, I don't get it, but then once you see it, you're like, oh shit, those are 3 rails.
Around the world in 24 hours. Come on, the man. Obviously, Monster Drink ain't gonna do it. Okay, the man needs a little pick me up there.
He needs something a little bit more than a bang.
Yeah.
A little bit more kicking the balls.
Alrighty then. So, dang bad Santa.
Right.
For some reason,
Tooting the old nose candy.
Came to mind.
Putting that little candy up his nose. So they said that they apologize and they're pulling it off their shelf. So yeah, shame on you, Walmart. Shame on you.
Shame on them. Actually,
yeah.
I think that's bold. That's cutting edge.
I liked it. I wanted one, but
I think maybe it should have been. Was it like a traditional Santa Claus image, or was it the Billy Bob Thornton bad Santa
it was
image?
traditional. It was traditional.
It would have been more awesome if it would have looked a little bit like Billy Bob Thornton's.
And then across the bottom, I'm looking at it right now. It's blue, and across the bottom it says "Let it snow."
Well, hey, they weren't kidding.
Hey, do you think? I wanted one. I'd wear it. I'd wear it everywhere. That's right.
Well, we're cursory overload. That's exactly right up our alley. Not that we endorse riding the white pony, but
right. And then let's see. They say that holiday shopping is going to be, at least within brick and mortar stores, is going to be at an all-time low this year. But they do say one brick and mortar store is going to be better than most. And that store happens to be Target. They say Target's going to kick some serious retail ass this year.
Oh, okay.
And mainly it's because of people like you and I that, like to have, hold something before we buy it. We like to have it in our hands and
give it a whirl, get the feel for it.
Yep. Kick the tires kind of a thing. So, yep, there we go. And then, and one other piece of news before I forget. Elon Musk was out driving a Cybertruck around the other night.
Oh, righty. Why not?
Yeah, went out to dinner with it, and I guess he hit a traffic pylon or something along that line. Yep. But whatever. Some people say it's because his vehicle's junk. Others say it's a systemic problem with SUVs in general. You just can't see. I kind of lean that way. I drive the one, being one that drives an SUV. I can relate.
Yeah.
I mean, there are times where I park and I think I parked one way, and then turns out, oh no, you're dumb, you didn't. And then we're getting next week is it next week? I believe next week is the new Star Wars.
Next week, the new Star Wars?
I think. Let me pull it up on the map.
I thought wasn't it on Christmas Day?
Oh, it's the 20th. It's next Friday.
It's the 20th. Okay.
I know what you're doing on the 20th, motherfucker.
Oh yeah. I'm like
You're watching you're watching Star Wars, and you're going to be talking to me about it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's what the fuck we're doing.
I was like, yep, more than likely. Wow, the 20th already here,
Yep.
man.
Yep, and you need to catch up on Mandalorian.
Well, funny enough, the 20th must be a special thing about that number, because that's when my Fire Stick is scheduled to arrive.
Okay, so you get it, you plug it in.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you can get your Disney Plus before then.
Well, yeah, I could sign up for the subscription, but I'm not going to do it until I have the ability to.
Okay. Well, you get a 7-day free trial.
Well, we'll do that. We'll take advantage of the 7-day free trial.
Right.
Then I'll know life whatever's out there and then cancel it.
And then another side note: did you ever watch Star Trek?
Yeah, I used to watch the original, the reruns, of
Okay.
course.
How about
And-
Star Trek Deep Space Nine?
Deep Space Nine. Yes, I heard the news.
Yeah, very sad news.
That man, he played Odo. What was his name?
And Renee.
Good luck saying that last name. I saw.
Yeah,
I was like,
I'm not even gonna try and. I'm gonna fuck.
He played
with that.
Odo in Deep Space Nine, which I remember.
Yeah.
He also
Great
used to come
character.
out in a sitcom.
Benson.
I don't remember. Clayton Endicott or something was his name. He was very snob.
Yep.
He was always
Played the part really well.
Yeah, he did. And he
I
also
really enjoyed it.
I also liked the character he played in Deep Space Nine. He was a shapeshifter.
Yep, I really enjoyed that. The whole show, I really, really enjoyed. Out of all of them, I think that's one of my favorite.
Yep. Yeah.
So sad news. That was sad to hear.
Yeah. May he rest in peace.
Yep. And then we got a couple of movie trailers to talk about here.
Movie trailers, yes.
Yeah.
Well, why not?
Do you have any more news before we talk about those?
No, not really. I mean, other than I read this sort of interesting article. It's long as heck, but it's talking about scientists are thinking about, in order to preserve the human species, this 1,000-year journey to the nearest habitable planet.
Okay.
Thinking about, which kind of brought Wall-E to mind. You know how the Earth got polluted to the point where they couldn't live; it wasn't habitable anymore. So
Right.
I guess there's a planet that might be habitable, but it's I don't know how many light years. It would take about 1,000 years to get there. So basically, the generation that departs here would have to train the next generation to continue the journey, and so on, on.
So how would that happen? They would die. How would that happen?
Well,
Would they just
basically
have babies?
That's what I'm saying. Basically, they would have to reproduce, so there would be several generations that would just be born in space in a ship.
Their family tree would be a telephone pole.
You could say that. And the thing is that reminded me of Wall-E.
I watched that movie recently,
Wow.
and I have to say, that was just like Idiocracy. You didn't know when you were watching it how much of a documentary you were actually watching.
Well, I've already ordered my pizza plant.
It's crazy how
People
much we're headed towards that.
Yeah, how technology is making us stupid. How we don't
Yeah.
remember phone numbers like we used to.
Can't even get out of a